Reverend Fathers, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, fellow speakers, good morning. So let's get to the point. Siblings fight, disagree, and yell at each other, and that's normal. Trust me, I've been in those shoes quite a few times. No, really, I have a 3-year-old sister whose 2 favorite toys are a box of crayons and my homework. So now, how do we deal with sibling disagreements according to the teachings of Christ? First, we need to discuss what the teachings of Christ are. In the story of Cain and Abel in Genesis, Cain kills his brother because God favors Abel's offering over Cain. Can you imagine killing your brother or sister just because you're jealous? God then explains to Cain that if you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it. God teaches that although sin tries to lure us into a trap when we are angry or resent someone or something, we must overcome the temptation and do what we in our hearts know is right. In the story of Joseph and his brothers, Joseph is the favored son of Jacob, and naturally the brothers get jealous and plan to kill him, and end up selling him into slavery and lying to their father. Joseph then becomes a high official next to Pharaoh, and in time of great famine, Joseph's brothers come to Egypt to receive grain. Eventually, Joseph and his brothers are reunited, and the brothers repent, and Joseph forgives them. This is an extreme example of a sibling disagreement, as we will not be selling our brother into slavery anytime soon. But the story does teach us that no matter what disagreement occurs between siblings, it can always be fixed, and everyone can be forgiven and forgive. In Matthew chapter 5, verses 23 to 24, we hear Jesus teach us that before we offer anything to God, that we first must reconcile with our brother. So obviously, we are not going to be offering a cow or goat to God, but we can apply this teaching to receiving communion on Sundays. We should not be receiving communion if 5 seconds earlier we fought with our brother, and we now have anger or hatred in our hearts. We should apologize and make a silent prayer to God for forgiveness, with, of course, the intent of not doing it again. Forgiving or apologizing to your sister or brother may sound hard to you, but compare it to what Jesus endured to save us from sin. Apologizing doesn't seem as hard to do as dying on a cross now, does it? And of course, isn't it easier to just say sorry than spend the day feeling angry and bitter? In another teaching of Jesus, in Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 to 38, we hear him give us the greatest commandment. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And love your neighbor as yourself. To me, this means that to love is to forgive, and to forgive is to love. Now, by neighbor, Jesus doesn't just mean the person who lives down the street from us. Jesus means all people who share in God's creation with us, even our enemies. Our siblings may often seem like our enemy, but we should strive to love them as we love ourselves, as Jesus teaches. To sum this up, the overall theme Christ is trying to get across is that through the fights and disagreements we have with our siblings, we should always be open to forgiving them and feeling empathy towards them. Thank you.